Hello, everybody. Welcome to Friday night's Messages of Love from Above. And I'm excited to see what messages Spirit brings through. I know I say that every time, but I really am. I'm excited. Before we get started into the readings, I do want to send love out to the world. And if you would like to join me in doing that, I would more than welcome that. So I'm going to take a big deep breath and come back to right here, right now. Whether you're watching this live or on replay, we can join together in allowing this love to flow down into our hearts outside of space and time and sending love together to the world, filling up our hearts, taking us to higher vibration of love, taking the world to a higher vibration of love, sparking billions of souls, billions of hearts. We have that power to send that to each and every heart. And if you yourself are in need of unconditional love in this moment, for a painful heart, for an aching body, for a stressful mind, for a loved one, a relationship, a situation, whatever it may be, we send love to you right now. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me in doing that. So powerful. Definitely felt everyone's energy joining together. So thank you for that. Also, before we get started, I always just do a couple quick announcements that let everyone know I do have a weekly drawing to give away a 1-hour personal recorded reading, which I will do on Monday. Here's the video on how you sign up for that. Also, there's an announcement in there about a monthly giveaway that I am starting this month. So be sure to check that out if you're interested. Also, Teespring, or formerly known as Teespring, they just go by Spring now. They send an email out to all the designers saying that they're offering 25% off. So I thought I'd just let everyone know. No pressure, of course, at all on that. But I just want to make sure you guys know that it's a great time to purchase something because they don't do that very often. They're taking it off of their price, their side of the profit, not mine. So I like that. Also, we have Libra full moon energy that is coming in here for us. And I put out a pick a card a couple days ago, but it does talk about how to make the most of the Libra full moon energy. All of you empathic, beautiful souls that come into this chat room, I know you're influenced by the moon more than normal, than other individuals. So be sure to check that out and see how you can use that energy. And the pick a card that came out was where can you use balance in relationships? So I liked that. And of course, we have April's monthly playlist I put out every month for each individual zodiac sign, energy for the month around our energy, around our emotions, around our thinking, around our outside world, and what spirit wants you to know around that. So if you want to check those out, those are for you and they are free, which is the best price, right? So that is what we have. And I'm just going to get my desktop all set up here and we will get into readings. If you are new to these readings or to my channel, welcome. Glad to see you. And how this works for the free readings, there's no special list. I just go down the chat in order, first come, first serve. So all you have to do is put your question. If you don't want to put your specific question out there and have your business out there, we don't understand. You can just ask for a general reading. Spirit knows what you want. So that's all you have to put there. What else? Oh, if anyone makes a donation, I do honor that energy exchange and I'll step outside of the free readings, complete those. I do dive deeper into those as well. And then I return back to the free readings and continue down. To make a donation, you can use the super chat at the very bottom. It's like a little dollar bill. YouTube does take a third of that for administrative fees, but they offer all this other stuff to us for free, right? So it's okay to pay them. But if you want to make a donation another way, I do have Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, and Square. It's all in the pinned comment at the top of the chat, as well as the description box of the video down below. There's no set amount for donations. Everyone has different funds available to them at different times in their own life even. So a donation is a donation. So I don't look at the dollar amount. All right. So I think that's it. Blah, blah, blah. Let's get started. I do have a donation. Thank you so much, Dajanique. Many blessings to you. And you're a Libra moon. Wow. So you're having a good time now. You are feeling it. You actually, you're feeling it, but it's no big deal to you either, right? You're like, oh, this is me. I live this every day of my life. So, everyone else could learn from you. You can tell us how we can navigate this energy, right? All right. And then you had your question up above. All right. How does Helen feel about you? All right. Let's take a look here. I'm going to be using the this tarot deck this weekend, which is the Santa Muerta Tarot. I really love it. So if you see the cards and you're like, oh my God, I want those, that's them. If you want to check it out on Amazon or wherever you procure your cards. Let's see here. What does Helen feel about you? How do they feel about you? Okay. All right. So it's interesting here because we've got, the King of Cups, which rolls over water and emotion, but they, of course, have air. So there's they, are balanced between their heart and their mind. And I kind of feel like, one of these cards represents one of you, the other represents the other of you, which would be, the Queen of Pentacles is earth energy, but all the queens are given water. So where this person has their emotions on the outside, but they have a mind that once you get to know them, it's really deep. This individual, they're very grounded on the outside, but when you get to know them, they let you see their emotions. And so even though there's on the outside, it may not feel like there's a similarities. It's almost like some people would say that you're opposites, but really you have this commonality. It's just not glaring to everyone else, but there is this connection here, and they do recognize and feel that connection between you. They are in this little energetic kind of holding pattern, though, here with the Nine of Wands. 9 is the hermit's journey, and so they're turning inward, trying to discover and really step back into their power. They've got some, the emotional energy that's keeping them from opening up and moving forward. They're tentative. They almost feel like it's almost like their inner child down underneath the surface. They are the ones that are pushing the buttons about, putting up an energy field. I don't want anyone in. I'm scared. I want things to stay as they are. But they do have this desire to connect, but there's just this block that's holding them back. I do feel like that will be changing soon, though, because we've got the World card coming in. And I really feel like here is my, it's ending of old cycles, beginning of a new adventure without restrictions, without expectations, without having a lot of, things holding them back. And I feel like this is for both of you and both of your worlds. It's this combination of things that are happening in your worlds, that just kind of where I'm hearing the worlds collide. And I like it because it feels like the things that need to fall away out of both of your lives are falling away. And in this falling away and with this shaking of the worlds as they come together, the barrier is broken, because it feels safer to come together than it does to be apart for their inner child, which is really interesting, right? So I really like that. It's the shaking of the worlds happens on purpose for a purpose. Yeah, I see what you said here. Yeah, exactly. Don't worry, be happy. That's great for everyone for this energy, right? Yeah, I like it. I like it. Yeah, and that makes sense too, why they would find a sense of stability, in you, this sense of groundedness, able to balance things. So that does make sense too. But I do feel like there is attraction there, and they feel it drawing in, and even though it doesn't feel obvious on the outside. And if seven is a number for you, because it's my computer says April 7th, 7:07 is what time it is here. So 77777. But there's this definitely a draw there. So that is what they have for you, Dajanique. So many blessings to you. Thank you for your wonderful advice. I'm always about, don't want to invest my energy in worrying or in happiness, because whatever I focus on grows. Do I want more worry? Now I've had enough of that in my life. I want joy and happiness, and that's what I focus on. So many blessings. Thank you again so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. All right. Spirit is warming up. All right. You are very, very welcome. All right. And so we'll go to the top for the free readings. And at the very top, we have Spiritual Gifts Diva. You are up first. And I think you are up first. Yeah, you are. So you want to know Rishi or Rajesh? Who's aligned with your path? So we'll pull a card for each. So, okay. Or two cards. This one is Rishi, and then Rajesh. All right, yeah, there is two for each. Okay, I stand corrected. So for Rishi here, divine masculine energy, Queen of Wands energy here. It feels like with Rishi that there's this beautiful energetic match here, right? Um, Counterparts. The magician has the wand energy. The Queen of Wands is the divine counterpart. It can be divine masculine, divine feminine type of both wands, both fire, both manifesting, both energetic, and be able to bring things into their life. So both connection to the higher realms. So I feel with Rishi here, there is this counterpart, like when you're asking who's aligned, this would be alignment with your path here. Now, Rajesh, the devil, run. This is, it's still, everybody is in our life on purpose for a purpose, but Rajesh is more mirroring back to you. So you could see the cage that you might have yourself in around thoughts and beliefs and mindsets from the past that are rooted in, some fears of losing, conditional love. And the Six of Wands is about, being seen and being, um, noticed, type of energy. And I feel like theirs is more this energy of it just, there's an attraction there. And I think it's a physical attraction by the Six of Wands. It just feels like they're nice to look at. They, but they can drive you nuts too, is what I feel like this, because they just are this mirror that just pokes your buttons. So, both are aligned with your path in one way or another, but of course they both feel like different energies, right? With Rishi, it feels like it is helps you, they support you, and pull you along with your path and like side by side. Whereas I feel like Rajesh shoves you on your path and you're like, hey, knock it off. But that's what's coming through. So that's what they have for you, spiritual gifts, Diva. So hopefully that resonates, but very interesting. Many blessings to you. All right. So continue moving down the list. We got Anya Ahuya. You are up next, and you want to know, will you win the award? Let's take a look here, see what Spirit wants you to know. Well, I do see here you win an award. And because the sun is very victory, you're seen, the spotlight is on you. But the Ace of Wands is new energy. So I almost feel like if you have a specific award in mind, I don't feel like it's that one, but you win something else. You definitely win an award, but I don't feel like it's the award. I feel like it's another award. And it actually ends up being more in your benefit, because the sun is like one of the, if not the most beneficial, glorious, abundant cards that comes in here. So I feel like you win this other award that actually gets attention from the right people, for the right types of situations that open up other opportunities for you, if that makes sense. Instead of winning like the big award and um, and you get the certain type of connection with it. This is like you win something else that's more of a niche kind of award for a specific different thing. And that gets this group's attention, which is more in alignment with what you want to do and how you want to unfold. And so it opens up opportunities where if you just won the one, everyone's like, oh yeah, that's that one. But like, oh, who won this award? Because that's their interest. That's their field, and so it opens up like a little community for you, if that makes sense. I'm not sure what all these awards are about, but that's what's coming through for you. So that's what they have for you, Anya. So just know that how it's unfolding for you, and it doesn't mean anything about awards are just people's opinions about what we do, right? And it's an opinion, but you get to decide what you do with everything. So I like that better, that power that you have. All right. So that's what you have. Spiritual gifts, Diva. Woohoo! All right. So Esther E., you are up next. So like a general reading for April. Sure. Let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know here? All right. Well, you do have this transformation that's happening here in April, because you've got the Justice card, which is the balancing of the scales, right? And the Ace of Swords here you're cutting away a lot of thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that have been making you feel restricted and being held back, and I feel like this is around love, because you have the 10 of Cups and the Ace of Cups. So endings and new beginnings. You're letting go this, here again, transformation, from a caterpillar into a butterfly. You're ready to leave this old ways of thinking, these old restrictive ways of feeling about love and relationship and who you're supposed to be, who they're supposed to be, how everything is supposed to be. And you're really allowing a newness to come in, a freshness, some like a love that's more free. And that could be for romance, but it can be for friendship, it can be for family, it can be in any type of love, because we have so many different ways we express love in our life. But this is a new beginning, it's a new transition, because you're looking at love in a completely different way, by the time you reach the end of April, because you're really looking and questioning, why do I believe this? Why do I expect this? Why do I even want that? It's like people have been telling you what you are supposed to want, but this cutting away and this freeing feeling that comes with it. So I like that for you. And if you haven't checked out your April zodiac, not zodiac, what am I trying to say? The playlist for each of the my monthlies for April, that's listed by each individual zodiac sign. That's what happens when I went for a walk. It was like 65 degrees out today. I got sun. I took a little nap, and now I'm kind of I can't even talk. Good thing Spirit's here. They're going to save me from sounding too silly. But that's what they have for you, Esther. So many blessings to you. Hang in there. All right. Very good. I'm glad it resonated. Hey, Nusa. Welcome, welcome. All right. Lovely, Lovey, you are up next. Hello to you, and blessed Good Friday to you as well. Anyone to know, is it in your daughter's and everyone's highest interest or best for them for her to locate to be closer to her dad? So let's take a look here and see what Spirit says here. Is it beneficial for her to move closer to Papa-san? Let's see. Anything else? It feels like this is a yes, because the Emperor here's the Papa-san, the Emperor is like the divine masculine of the empire, right? Where Empress would be the mama. And we have the Five of Wands here, and it does show us that there would be a little bit of friction in the beginning, but it would transform into something more loving. The 5 is a transformational number, and it like represents conflict, but then it transforms into something much more loving. Usually it's 5 people fighting with wands, these big staves, and they're all beating each other, and you're thinking that they're wanting to, kill each other. And eventually one is left barely standing, the other 4 are exhausted, laying on the ground, and you're like, what's going to happen next? Is he going to, take care of them? And but then they all start laughing, and they all help each other up, and they all help each other move, down the path back to the Buddhist monastery, where they have a meal together in the meal hall. And you realize, oh, these were Buddhist monks and Buddhist nuns that weren't trying to kill one another. They were trying to help improve each other's lives by helping them practice more and improve their skills. And that's kind of like the energy I'm feeling here is the Emperor. They might, with them relocating and being closer there, it would take an adjustment, obviously, because I feel like Papa likes to assert their opinion very strongly, like an emperor, this is what we need to do it. And that's kind of the friction in the beginning that ends up the communication, and with the new situation ends up being more loving and fluid, and like that story where there's like, oh, we're all helping one another, we're all in this together, we're just helping each other out. And I see that now. And so the battling, it's almost like a pecking order, gaining position within the pack, and who's going to make what decisions, and blah 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 blah. It just feels like it's in the beginning. It feels like that, where they take a strong hand, but then their heart melts, of course, as usual. And but I feel like it is a positive thing. It feels like it's what's needed, because they aren't easily manipulated by emotion, is what I'm feeling. So they're just like, all right, I understand that's what you're feeling, what's going on, but come on, we need to do this, and we need to do this, and we need to do this. Let's go. So I feel like that strong kind of emperor hand is what your elder daughter might need right now. Interesting. But that's what they have for you, lovey. So many blessings to you. Hang in there. We're sending lots of love to your daughter and to you, of course. All right, LA, you are up next. Let's take a quick sip here. You want to know, will reconciling with your sister be for her greatest good and yours, right? Let's take a look here. So this one is going to be for her, okay? And then this is, will it be for yours? Okay, no. So will it be good for your greatest good? Okay. So for her, yeah, for her, I feel like, here's the inner strength, the Page of Wands, and the Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords is insomnia, it's fears and all that. And I just feel your energy, I don't know if you're the older sister, I feel like regardless of where you were in the birth, you acted like the older sister, like you're the responsible one, you're the one that gets stuff done, you're the protector, you're the lioness, right? Is what I feel. And I feel like that would allow them, your strength would assist them in getting their power back and help them overcome some fears and some challenges that they have in their life. So I feel like you're a positive force in their life. And maybe that's why there was a parting, because you don't take stuff, right? You're like, you know what, this is the way it is, and you don't lie, you don't hide things, you say things the way they are, and yeah, sometimes matter of fact and bluntly to them, but that's what they need when you do it that way. And when a soft hand is needed to smack them upside their head in a gentle way. But I feel like they didn't like what you were saying, and that's kind of what happened. But I feel like they really need your strength right now. As far as for you, you do have the Judgment card, which is seeing things from a higher perspective, your higher self drawing you to this place. And you have the Ten of Cups. It's emotional over fulfillment and filling up to. So I feel like this would also benefit you and be for your greater good, because it'll help you with some emotional things that you have in your heart, because you do love them, and you do want to have that flow in those times that you laugh and everything with them too. But I feel like you are not who you were before either with that Judgment card. You're no longer just this human wandering around. You have this strong spiritual connection that allows you, one, even more so know what's going on with them, right? That if they think they couldn't hide things before, they can't hide things from you now. But you also are more gentler with yourself and not feeling like you are responsible for their choices and what they're doing in their life. But you can give them strength and guide them, but you also don't need to attach responsibility to you for their choices, because you can't. You can give them the world. They could still choose to be unhappy, but I feel like what you have to offer them is important. So that's what I feel, LA. But you don't have to do it. But you're just asking, would it? Okay, what's good information? Doesn't mean you have to you have to reconcile. But I feel like it would be beneficial for both. So that's good. All right, LA, much love to you. All right, Divine Goddess, you are up next. So when and how will you meet with your life partner? Okay. So when and how? Let's take a look here. So, wow, okay. Wow, a lot of cups here. So when, I really feel like it's going to be very, very soon here. You have the Ace of Wands that came in here, which is new passion, new energy. It's very fiery. And I feel like it's like, I would say, like before June. I know you're like, that's not fast. Fast would be like in 10 minutes. But It's better than a year from now, right? So in comparison, I feel soon, meaning like May, June-ish, that's coming in here. How you meet is very interesting because you've got the Seven of Cups, you've got the Queen of Cups, and you've got the Nine of Cups. Is it the nine or the six? Nope, Six of Cups. So Six of Cups, this is the Queen of Cups is very mystical. She's very empathic and connected to the spirit world. Six of Cups can represent past life type of energy. Um, and I feel like this can also be someone coming back from your past, someone that you want to come back from your past, not someone that you're like, oh God, no, not them. But it could be. But regardless, it's like you're going to know this connection. Either you're doing something that you love, definitely here with all this, all these cups. I feel like when I first saw this, I felt pottery, like which for me would be something that I would love to do someday is have like a little, clay, little wheel and a kiln and make pottery. That would be fun. Um, and so it's like when you do something you love and you're doing that, that's where you meet them. You meet them when you're off living your life, not like on a dating app, not trying to find someone to marry or be in a relationship with. It's not like that. You don't meet them in trying to find someone. You meet them in living your life and living your passion, and you're glowing in that moment. And there's just this connection that you have with someone. That's why I was like, if it's pottery or if it's painting or singing or whatever it is that you is a passion of yours that you love to do that. And this is where you meet them. And it's just going to be an immediate, either you know them from somewhere else, from before in your life, or it feels like you've known them for your entire life. Like they feel very familiar because there's a past life connection with them. And so that's what they have for you, Divine Goddess. I like it. So live your passion. What do you enjoy doing? Go do that. And just trust your intuition and the connection that comes. So there you go. Many blessings to you and much love, Divine Goddess. All right. And up next, we've got Golden. And Golden, you want to know who is coming towards you. Let's take a look here. Let's see who is coming towards you. Right now, it feels like you are kind of on hold. I know. No one's coming towards you. People are being kept away from you, it feels like, right? Because you have the Seven of Pentacles, which is one of the patience cards. What's the last thing that grows on the fruit tree? The fruit. So it's taken a while for it to, to unfold. But while you're waiting, the Hierophant here is this invitation drawing you inward to find out, who are you? Who is the true you? What do you truly want in your life? What do you truly want to have unfold in your life? And like, who do you want? Who would I want to have come in my life? There's this clarity that's happening here with this, as things slowly grow, like watching the grass grow, right? And you have the Two of Wands. So I feel like there's this energy message that comes in here too, that as you are discovering more and more of what you truly want, you change the direction on where you're investing your energy. So rather than focusing on what you're missing in life, because that just makes the missingness grow and gives us more to miss, or like when we focus on what we don't want in our life, that gets bigger because our energy is powerful. But I feel like when you really do some inner realization of like, this is who I am. I know what everyone's told me I'm supposed to be, should be, need to be, and how my life and everything is, but I want me to be me. This is my heart. I want to do this. I want to be this. And this is who I want to be with. When you focus your energy on gratitude for your life and what you do want to draw in, then you draw that in instead. So there is this waiting period with that Seven of Pentacles, but the whole thing is the more you work on that inner journey, the faster things speed up, the faster things grow. It's like putting a grow light and miracle grow. All that has things unfold faster because your love vibrations are going up. That's matching more of who you're wanting to draw in. Where if we stay where we're at now, we're going to continue to do what we've always done and get what we've always gotten. And you're ready for something different. That's why this holding is happening, where people are being kept away, because if they drop the walls, you'd have some of the same types of people from the past that would show up just in different people's bodies. And you're like, no, you can keep that shield up. I want something different. So that's what they have for you right now, Golden. So I like it for you, though. So hang in there. All right. Many blessings to you. Much love. All right. Pinky, you are up next. You want to know the April month for you. Okay. So let's take a look here. What does Spirit want for you for the month of April? What do they want you to know? And if you haven't checked out my playlist for the monthly readings by each individual zodiac sign, you can check that out too. All right. Well, for the month of April here, you do have this balancing energy that's coming in here. And I like it for you because you have the Six of Wands too, which is balanced energy, 3 on each side. So it does feel like, especially with this Libra full moon that we just had, there's this balancing, there's this working out of balancing of relationships. Yeah, in fact, if you haven't checked out that pick a card for the Libra full moon alert, it was about where can you use balance in your relationships. And I feel like this is the message that they're coming in here for you, because you do have this, I don't know, there's just with this energy, it feels like the energy just has been off in a lot of your relationships, right? It just kind of feels like, what is going on? It's almost like you feel like people have lost their minds. And you're just like, why are people acting a certain way? Well, it's just that the whole energy is off, and you can balance your energy, which then influences the energy around you. But they are showing you things. Their out of balance energy is trying to show you where you might have some unbalanced and out of balance energies that can use some adjustment, and just to make your life more smooth and have things move forward. Because if it's usually there's an energetic block, like where a 6 is 3 on each side, a 7 would be something right down the middle. And that's what they're showing me in the head is there's this big block of something that has happened that just put this big, it's like a beaver dam that's been put across the river, and now it's all backing up. And it's like there's very little energy out here and a ton of energy here. And they're looking at having you look at this block so that things can flow more with your friendships, with your relationships, and just interactions with people in general. So that is what I'm getting right now for you, Pinky. So many blessings for you. Much love to you. And Felicia Fang. Hello, hello, Felicia. Good to see you. And you want to know, what does your future spouse do? All right. Let's take a look here and see what Creator and Spirit would like you to know. All right. Wow. So they're a Knight of Wands, the Knight of Wands here, and the Ace of Pentacles. So, I feel like, as far as like career, whatever they do, they are, they're a go-getter. They have a lot of energy, and they can't sit still. They always want more, more, more. At their job. But the Ace of Pentacles shows that they always have new opportunities. that come their way at work and they get benefits from it. It is about new new abundance, new money, things that come in. So I feel like they're always looking for the next position, and then when they get the next position, then they're already planning on how do I get to the next level, next level, next level. So they are very motivated. They are very well rewarded for the work that they do because they have like endless, boundless energy. Not that they're a workaholic. I don't feel like they like work, long, long hours more than everyone else. I feel like they're very efficient and they're energetic. They don't just sit around. They like go after stuff. It's like if they finish what they're supposed to have done, they don't just sit there waiting for more work. They go and see if they can help other people. And that's how they get noticed and that's how they get moved forward and that. So I like it. I like it. I feel like in some sort of management, positions, because I feel like whatever they're over, they just didn't stay entry level for very long because they recognized their go-getiveness. So they made them a senior, and then they moved up into a supervisor, and now they're trying to get up into management, and then higher up and higher up and higher up, and moving to this department or that department. And I just love their energy. So that's what they have for you, Felicia. Many blessings to you. And much love to you. All right, K-pop, you are up next. I do have you're up next for the next free reading, but I do have a donation. Thank you so much, Nuza. And you want to know, will his mom accept you in the family? Ooh, I know. Are you sure? You want to know that? Always a fun situation, right? Let's take a look here. Let's see, anything else? Okay. All right, let's see what we got here. All right. I like it. I like it. There is this wonderful energy here. The full card is about a new adventure, a new journey free of expectations. And here's you stepping into your power with the King of Wands, really realizing that whatever you focus your energy on is what grows and expands. So I really like this because, it's like you're releasing yourself from all the expectations and trying to be the person that you think she wants you to be. And, that's just exhausting. I know, right? When you're trying to be who you think everyone else wants you to be, but especially this person, and you're like, I don't know him super, super, super duper well. And, I want to try to be the perfect, daughter-in-law or the perfect, individual for them. But I feel like they're not the kind of individual that's easily pleased. I almost feel like you being you and you focusing your energy, not in fearing that you won't fit in, or that you'll be rejected or whatever, but that's your focusing your energy on, what you're grateful for them and for your life, focusing on unconditional love and joy and peace and laughter, and focusing in on, what you do want to draw in. And because of that attitude, and because you're not allowing fear to come in, they sense that strength within you, and that's what they relate to, and that's what they want, is someone who's strong and not, fearful and will just bend. Now, that doesn't mean that they don't want you to do what they want you to do, like my way or the highway. They like things done their way, but it doesn't mean you always have to do it all the time either. And not being afraid to say, I like that idea. Have you thought of maybe adding this into, and it's not out of fear, but this confidence, I feel, is what they are really um, looking at, on how you can That's how you'll be accepted. Because you have the Page of Wands, which is stepping into your power again. You have the Four of Swords, which is peace of mind, letting go of all the expectations and the thoughts again, seeing things from a higher perspective, from a place of unconditional love, not fear, because those three swords are the fear, all these small t truths that are rooted in fear of losing conditional love. And you have the Six of Cups. Six of Cups is balanced giving and receiving of love. And I feel like it's more, instead of feeling like there's someone that's, maybe higher, but that it's someone equally lovable and loving. And with that energy, it's just, there's respect, and we can respect everyone, but there's a difference between respect and fear, right? And so I feel like that's what they're bringing in here for you, is that, yeah, you definitely have the ability to be accepted by the mother into the family, but it's not about fearing and trying to jump through loopholes and trying to be, um, you know, who you think they think you should be, are supposed to be, need to be, have to be. It's about you being your true authentic self and focusing your energy on this instead of the fear. So that's what I feel is coming through for you, Nusa. So many blessings to you. Hang in there. I know those are always fun situations. And again, thank you so much for your donation as well. All right, K-pop, we are back to you for the next free reading. And you want to know anything about your soulmate? Let's see, what does Spirit want you to know? All right, well, you got two number 8s. So what they're looking at here, the 8 of Cups is about letting go of emotions that no longer serve and really diving into connecting with your higher self. And this gives you the strength and the ability to move forward. And I feel like this is what both of you are on this journey right now of realizing what of the from the past, like emotions that no longer serve you, but relationships that no longer serve you. And this is what they're going through. I feel like they're going through a friend cleanse where they're going through their contact list and deleting people, just realizing, you know what, I'm always the one that's reaching out to so and so and this and such, and but I don't need it anymore. I'm okay. I'm done. I've learned what I've needed to learn, and I feel like you're both kind of going through that right now, where you're deleting people from your lists, and because of that, what's spawning all that is because of the Strength card, because this is your human self and this is your higher self here. And your human self is taught to look outside of itself for its wholeness and its worth and all that. And it looks into relationships and friendships and situations and things and all the outside world, which leaves it feeling, disappointed. And eventually, and that's why we're cleaning out this list, is because we're like, you know what, I'm investing all this energy out there, but it's not going anywhere. It's going into a black hole. And instead, it's at this time when you're disappointed enough in the outside world that you turn inward and upward and you really develop this relationship with your higher self. And again, this is both you and your soulmate are both doing this right now. You're just realizing, I don't need anyone in the outside world. I'm finding what I need inside of me. That's the journey you're on. But then you don't need someone in the outside world, but you're like, you know what? I'm at a place now. I want someone, but it's not going to devastate me if I don't find someone, or if they end up not being who I've been told someone's supposed to be, because you're finding what you're needing within you, which changes your whole perspective of love in the outside world in a different way. And so you're both going through this. So you're both going to see things so much in the same way when you eventually meet. So that is what they have for you right now, K-pop. So many blessings to you, bit by bit, right? All right, Felicia, thank you so much for the reminder of the thumbs up. Thank you guys so much for all of you that have given the video a thumbs up already. It does help spread the Zen love to the world. It's free, which is great price, right? Everyone can do it. And it seems like a small thing, but the YouTube algorithm loves it, and it wants to share the videos on my channel with others. So you can help be part of the love tsunami by doing that. And thank you guys, all of you that have already done that. Much, much appreciated. And thank you, Felicia, for mentioning it. All right. So Grace, you are up next for the next free reading. And you want any blessings coming to you soon? Yeah, definitely. It feels like a lot that's coming in here. The Seven of Cups normally can represent like emotional confusion and stuff, but I don't feel it does for you. I feel like this is like um, all the blessings that are coming your way. It's like you're going to have all these multiple emotional blessings because the Ten of Cups is feeling full and overflowing emotionally. And I just feel like, here's the next one coming up, and then you have like 6 more that will be coming your way. So it's like there's 7 significant emotional blessings that are coming to you this year, and one is just around the corner here because you have one in your hand already. So I definitely feel like you have a wonderful, emotionally blessed year. Because we're already in April. So even if you have one a month for the next 7 months, that's almost like one a month for the rest of the year. So I like this. I just feel like it's a wonderful unfolding. And I like that it feels like it's the whole reaping what you're sowing type of scenarios. Like I feel like you've been focusing on gratitude for what is in your life, and the more you're focusing on gratitude, the more things grow and grow and grow. And if you haven't tried a gratitude journal, I highly recommend it to everyone. Try it for 30 days. Just write down something every single day without trying to repeat anything of what you're grateful for. One, it makes you realize how full your life is, but also that switches the energy where we draw in more things to be grateful for. And the more we're grateful, even more grateful stuff comes in. Because I tried doing it for 30 days and I loved the energetic transformation in my life so much that I continued on for 5 months and I didn't repeat anything for 5 full months. And I just eventually it became like a chore of like, oh, I'm gonna go do my gratitude journal today. And I stopped the gratitude journal, but I still stayed after 5 months. It's this pattern of focusing on gratitude every day. What are you grateful for? What do you, and it changes things. And I feel like that's what comes in here for you as well. So I like it, Grace. So that is what we have for you right now. All right, very good, Ellie. I know, right? We'll see. We'll see. Flip a coin and then flip it again if it doesn't give you the answer you want. That's how you know what you really want, because you're like, okay, heads, I'll do it. Tails, I won't. Oh, heads. Best 2 out of 3. You realize, okay, I don't want to do it. Or you're like, oh, good, it's what I wanted. That's how I recognize it. I'm just gonna shut my shades here. The sun is setting, and there we go. I always feel like someone's watching me. All right. So many blessings to you, Grace. Much love. Always victory. You are up. And any messages from your spirit guides? Let's take a look here. All right. So whatever this is that's been taking its good old time, the temperance card, it takes time as the tempering, as the liquid goes back and forth between the 2 cups, the base metal eventually turning into gold. Well, you got the Knight of Wands, which is the fastest moving knight out of them all, which is action and movement. So I feel like they're telling you here that what's been taking forever is about to just go from like 0 to 60 miles an hour. It's about to take off, and so have a patience just a little bit longer. It's almost there. And then all of a sudden, magically, the last cup, it's like, it's gold. It's here. It's arrived. So they're telling you just a little while longer, just a little. You're so close. Just a little more patience, and you're going to see some significant changes in movement in the area that feels like it's been taking forever. But that's what they have for you, always victory. So I like it. What a great message, right? Ding ding. It's like they are showing me the horses, on like a horse race. They're behind the little blocks, and they're all ready to run, ready to run. Finally, it opens up and they're off, and the race is off. And that's kind of the energy that I feel is coming in. All right. So up next we have, is that Gori? Apologies for mispronouncing your name. I'm sure I am. But spirit messages. Let's see. What does spirit want you to know right now? All right. They do want you to have one of these enchanted map oracle. So let's take a look here and see what does spirit want you to know. Nothing. They're just, that's it. No, they did give you a card. You have the sacred pool. Card number 47. What a beautiful card. And let's see what message your spirit has for you. The world is a reflection of your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. Embody the love you wish to see in the world. When you look into the mirror, do you like what you see? The Sacred Pool card asks that you focus on self-love and self-esteem. We are all works in progress. So a detached self-examination made with rigorous honesty is called for now. Reflect by the sacred pool and be at peace with yourself. Can you see how far you've come and how magical your life is? Do you notice the spark of the divine shining through your eyes? When you're conscious that you're the embodiment of spirit, it becomes easier to respect yourself and act in good conscience. Then you'll reap the greatest rewards. Your unique service to the world is not only needed, but celebrated. See the love within you and know that if you cast it upon the waters, it will return to you tenfold. Be at peace, for you are beautiful and loved. Act with surety and confidence, and success shall be yours, whatever your inquiry. I love it. Beautiful, beautiful message there. And that is what they have for you, Gori. Many, many blessings to you. Much love to you. All right. Silent victories. We have always victory. Now we have silent victory. You are up next. And good evening to you. I am doing very well. I hope you are doing very well. And is there abundance coming your way? Let us see here. What does Spirit want you to know? Okay. I would say so. You've got the King of Pentacles holding the treasure chest. So that definitely is abundance headed your way. Both external financial abundance and the 10 of Cups, emotional abundance overflowing. You're filled up and it's overflowing out into the world. So you definitely have this coming in here. And I feel like it's trickling in and it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And the more you're grateful for what you do have in your life, the more and faster it comes into. I feel like it opens the floodgates to come in for you. So it's like the recognize, like we're just talking about the gratitude journal. It's still there to, what am I grateful for? And the more we're grateful for, the bigger the tube opens up and allows even more to come in. So I do like that for you. And it's very, very clear that yes, you definitely do have abundance coming your way. I like it. All right. Many blessings to you. Much love to you. Daisy, you are up next. You're having college student pizza tonight. Oh, you know, pizza and nachos. I could like live off of that. Well, I couldn't. I probably wouldn't live a whole lot longer if that's all I ate. My heart would go, oh, but I'm so happy for you. All right. And you want to know, why did Spirit want you to meet Aditya? You're just wondering, what was their purpose in your life? What was the deal, right? Let's take a look here. All right. Yeah. So I feel like your relationship with them really taught here. Lover's card isn't always romantic, but the Ten of Swords does tell me that part of the reason why you both agreed to be in each other's life is to understand, um, what expectations that you have around friendship and love and all of that, because the Ten of Swords is about becoming exhausted, trying to live up to be who you think that everyone wants you to be. And there's this release from it. And the King of Pentacles, too, is this card with the combination of these, that they also taught you how to look at your worth in relationship to the outside world in a different way. I kind of feel like it almost feels like that you both allowed yourselves to be who you were, that there weren't a whole lot of expectations um, that were voiced anyway. I feel like you both allowed yourself to be yourself in a lot of ways, and that um, you supported each other in being your true selves, and that you didn't have to have a mask, you didn't have to hide things, and you could just be yourselves. Where I feel like you guys didn't do that with a whole lot of other people, to an extent, because I feel like you're both pretty bold, and you're like, here I am, take it or leave it. But there's some things that uh, you still you kept under guard, but you shared with each other in a way. I feel like they were like you guys were maybe trusted confidants in each other. It's that type of energy that was there, and I feel like that's what it taught you, is to open your heart, and to trust. And but it's like the interactions with them almost gave you permission to be you, and that's where like a lot of the foundation, I feel, came to where you're at now, where you're like, I am me, and I'm unapologetically in a lot of ways. I feel was because of this support that you guys gave one another, if that makes sense. But that's what I feel is coming through for you, Daisy. So many, many blessings to you. Right. Jennifer. Well, I'm glad that you were able to have pizza, and I could have pizza right now if I wanted to. I know, but I'm trying to be better with my diet. Only pizza once a week. That's too funny. All right, Daisy. Much love to you. Many blessings. Hang in there. Enjoy your pizza. So up next, we've got Anjou Ticklicar. Hello, hello. Do you want to know who is coming towards you? Let's take a look here. Who does Spirit want you to know is coming towards you? Wow. So you've got this new birth that's coming in here. Or this new, well, it is new birth too, with the, because that the Emperor, yeah, the Emperor is Aries energy, which is new beginnings, new things coming in. So there is an Emperor, and both number 4 is a very solid foundation that's headed your way here. The 4 of Wands is a celebration, joy, also marriage card. So I feel like you might be having this individual into your life who very much stands on their own. Like I said, Aries, fiery energy, likes things their way. And they might have this on their mind. Doesn't mean that it's for your highest good. It's just who's coming towards you. But I just feel like it almost feels a little too commanding to me. You know, it's like they want things their way or the highway, and you need to fit into, what I'm wanting you to fit into. Um, Honestly, I don't like it for you, but I feel it teaches you. This individual that comes in, it's like, I'm looking for a partner and I want this and this and this and this. And I think you'd be good. You're just like, okay. So I face my fears of, is this as good as I'm going to get? Should I take it? And it's like, no, you don't have to take it. You can like choose you, and you can choose what you're wanting. I feel like they're coming in as one of the stepping stones to help you realize what you want and what you don't want, so that as when your soul partner arrives, this person, this character that's coming towards you right now, you're like, okay, I appreciate you so much more because I met this one and that one and that one, and I'm like, you're nothing like them, and I'm grateful for it. And had you not met them, you wouldn't even realize that you could be grateful for these things because you didn't realize that these things existed. So, or they weren't as obvious. You're like, oh, I've seen him in movies, but really, there's really people like that in real life. And I feel like that's what's coming for you. So, red alert, red alert. Be aware. You're like, oh yeah. But that's what they have for you right now, Anjou. So hang in there. Many blessings to you. All right, double, triple, quadruple, multiple X. You're up next, and you like a general reading. Let's see what Spirit has for you right now. All right. I do like this for you. You've got this, the Five of Pentacles is this change and this transformation of where you're, maybe have felt lack, or have felt like left behind or abandoned out in the cold, having the rug pulled out from underneath you, like with support, and that in the outside world, there's this transformation that's coming here for you. Because you've got the Page of Pentacles here, which is new opportunities that are coming in, coin being put into the purse, right? Which the Five of Pentacles teaches us that it's not mankind that brings us what we need in each moment, but it's source, it's creator, it's mother and father of all things, whatever you believe that higher power to be. They're the ones that bring you what you need in each moment. And they love you unconditionally and eternally. So there's nothing you can do to get out of their favor, where they would pull back like humans do when we go into fear. They never fear. They don't have any other ulterior motives. They have boundless, endless resources. Now, they may send some of it through a shipping company of a human, but it's the creator. They're the ones that are bringing it for you. And I feel like this abundance, this change of things coming into your outside world is coming fast and furious. The Eight of Wands is very, very fast, abundant energy that floods in. So it's a very positive energy around abundance. And so much of it is dependent upon how much trust you're building with the creator, with source, going, you know what? You bring me what I need in each moment. I think it was earlier today. I think it was in this morning's. Sometimes it all runs together. But one of the big things in my life was when I moved from here to Idaho 5 years ago, a while ago, and to be near my family for a while. And I had to sell my condo and I had to do all this stuff. I mean, I had this long list that I was freaking out about because I was like, there's no way I'm going to finish this by the date that I, have in place for everything. And I would hear the creator just whisper to me, do you trust me? And I'd be like, it'd make me stop. And I'd be like, I do trust you. And I would calm down for a little while. And then I'd start freaking out about the list. And then I'd hear it again. Do you trust me? I do. And I would calm down for a little bit until I started freaking out again. But eventually it became longer and longer between my freakouts. And over these last 5 years, really have developed a trusting relationship that you're going to bring me what I need in each moment, and I can trust that. And it changes your whole world, and it changes things. So that is what they have for you right now: double, triple, quadruple, multiple X. Yeah, much love and many blessings to you. I like it. Right, I do have a donation that is coming through here. All right, thank you so much. Natalia, thank you, thank you. And you want to know what is coming up for you in love? Ooh, ooh, ooh. Let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know? All right, all right. All right, let's get some clarity here for you. All right, anything else? They keep on giving me the same message over and over and over again, which is a good message because let me switch my screen here so I can see. There we go. You've got the Wheel of Fortune, which means things are going to be churning and turning and bringing love into your life here, which I really, really, of course, like. And then you also have the Sun, two major arcana, by the way. So this is very significant, coming in, very bright, very beautiful, abundant, victorious. Again, I'm like, okay, well, great. And I'm like, this is going great. And then I got the Seven of Pentacles, and I'm like, okay, well, this is normally the, you know, what's the last thing that grows on the fruit tree? The fruit patience card. But they were like, yeah, it's been having this. This has been, you probably agree that you're like, oh my God, it feels like it's been forever. Like it's like watching, water to boil or grass growing. You're just like, when, TikTok universe, TikTok, which is great here, because then I'm like, okay, well, so is this waiting or what is this about? And then they're like, no, we've got the Empress, new birth, sensuality, coming in. This is abundance coming in. I'm like, okay, well, tell me more about it. New beginnings, new adventure, free of expectations, a wonderful, wonderful new journey, new love, new love. I'm like, all right, well, tell me a little more about it. Lovers are coming. Can't you hear me? And I'm like, okay, wow, all right. So we definitely, all these major arcana, it is a significant big event that is coming your way here. And I like it. And in addition to all that, you also got the King of Pentacles. So I like this because they're hinting to you, right? That it is someone who is very grounded, um, possibly an earth sign. The card after the Empress was the Fool card, sorry. So there is this, this is new beginnings, new journey, endings of old cycles, the beginning of a new adventure. It's the first card in the major arcana being the Zero, which follows the World card, which is the endings of old ways and a new world, coming in there. And then you have the Lovers card. And so I feel like that the person, they're giving you a hint on who this person is and what kind of person they are, just like a little bit of a reward for your patience. That they are someone who, like I said, they're an earth energy, very grounded, so possibly they are an earth sign, but they're also really solid in their foundation of their worth and their relationship to the outside world. The King of Pentacles has been through the entire Pentacles, so they understand the world. They understand how to navigate the outside world, how to, have abundance and have balance. And they've learned through the process not to define themselves by the outside world. And that's where a lot of their stability comes in, is like they don't need a bunch of things. Yeah, stable, great word. In the outside world, but they want things of the outside world. They like having a nice home and wonderful finances and things, but they don't define themselves by it, which is different, right? It's just they have it all, but they don't. They're really down to earth. They don't freak out that I'm going to lose it. I'm going to lose it. They're just like, if anything moves out, I know how to get more. I'm not worried. It's just a wonderful, wonderful energy, and I like it for you. It's something you definitely deserve to come into your life here. So definitely, with all these cards, I feel like it's of course sooner than later. I mean, I got all these major arcana coming in here, um, and yeah, I mean, the only card that really has a that's not, because the king doesn't have a number. The only one you have is like the Seven of Pentacles, which makes sense because that's the timing. I feel like July at the latest is when you meet them. I don't feel like you know them yet. It's like when you meet them. So between now and then, the more you work on your self love, like you've been working on, like you said, you've been waiting for years. um, that it draws them in sooner. So it's like July is the latest that it'll happen, but the more you work on the self love and expanding your self love, the faster that you guys are drawn together. So I like it. So very, very good. You are very welcome. And thank you again so much for your donation, Natalia. All right. The cards back here. I'm excited for you. Okay. Thank you so much, Felicia. Appreciate you mentioning, again, it's a wonderful reminder for me. I get caught up in all the readings and I'm all nosy that I don't tell you guys enough how much I appreciate all the thumbs up that you give the video. It does help so much spread the Zen love. So thank you for being part of that love tsunami. So thank you guys. All right, and then we left off with the free readings with Julia. I need like messages from your Leo. Let's take a quick swig here. So Julia, messages from your Leo. Well, you do get a message from your Leo. This is the strength card is Leo. It's usually a lion, right? So this is from your Leo. And we've got this is the Nine of Wands. Yeah, so the message from your Leo, the Nine of Wands, their fire energy. They really have their energy, which is very Leo at times. They're focusing their energy in on themselves right now. The Nine of Wands, the nine is the hermit's journey. The hermit's, in the major arcana is the number 9. And this is turning inward, their passion, their drive, their overall energy. They're just really doing this inner reflection right now. I feel like they have accomplished a lot and have had a lot of movement in their life. But I feel like they've hit this block in their life where they just are perplexed is a good word, where they're just like, I don't understand what this is and what's going on. So I feel like I need to look underneath the hood. I need to pop the hood and look into my engine. What's going on in here? Why can't I feel like they feel like they're restricted. They can't move past a certain point in their lives in a lot of areas. Like there's this force field, this boundary that's around them. And they are looking inward to find out, what is it that I want? And what's keeping me back, holding me back. And I feel like that's, if they've kind of stepped away, I feel like this is what's going on in their life. They're really just looking inward, trying to understand what's making them tick and what's, keeping them from moving forward. They're trying to find the source of this barrier that, because they feel like it's them that's holding themselves back in some way. And that's great, that self-awareness that they're recognizing it. Of course, Leo, no offense to Leos, you realize it's all about you. That's kind of Leo energy, right? I am the king of the jungle. It is about me. It must be me holding me back. Let me look at that. So I like that. Confident, but also they're spending time alone. So that's what's going on, Julia. So many blessings to you. Hang in there. All right. And Janique, you will be, actually, you already took care of that one. Sorry. Eliza, you'll be the next free reading coming up, but I do have a donation. And we're going to go to that one next, and then we'll be back to you. Thanks, Madeline. You sent a loaded question. All right, here we go. All right. Oh, okay. Okay, let's take a look here and see what's going on with this Pisces. Are they? Let's find out here first. I don't feel like they are with this energy that's coming out here. Let me just get a little more clarity here, because I know this is important, very important. So. Yeah, I don't feel they are. So no, y'all. Let me show you the cards. Wouldn't that be funny? So let me switch screens here. I just feel goofy today. I think it's spirit. You have the Tower card, which so this tells me, people are moved out of our lives on purpose, for a purpose, to make room for new and clear our path. So this is like an ending. The relationship burned down, right? And so it's ended. The only thing that I feel like maybe that they were doing, and I don't feel like they were like, they're trying to understand themselves. The balancing of the Justice card here is trying to figure out why things unfolded the way it does. And I feel like you're not the first one. I feel like things always end up the same thing. And I feel like that they're more searching to understand why, because they're realizing, there's a common denominator in all these relationships that didn't work out, and it is me, right? And I feel like that's what's going on here. They're really trying to balance things out, see things, this is thoughts, beliefs, and mindsets, trying to see things from a different perspective. And they also here with the Five of Wands is this transformation. I feel like maybe they felt heated in the beginning. They, hurt feelings, a little flamey in the beginning, but things calmed down, with this energy. So I feel like maybe you've been told that, but maybe it was just in the beginning, and it's just, I just feel like the people that are telling you this might have ulterior motives too. I kind of feel a little bit of that. But again, with them, sorry, they, the High Priestess card, very much Pisces energy. And the Nine of Pentacles, trying to find, again, another nine where they are moving inward. And, it's the Hermit energy of trying to find their worth in relationship to the outside world. And so there's a lot of deep diving, connecting behind the scenes, diving deep into their unconscious and their subconscious. And so they're really consumed with trying to find their worth and trying to figure out what happened and why does this keep happening to me? And I don't understand. And well, let me try to understand. And, Pisces, which I have a stellium in Pisces. So I get there, and my mom's a Pisces. So I've experienced how they go to the dark side of the pond and then swim into the bright side and then into the dark side of the pond and then to the bright side and then into the dark side. But really, the Pisces can really enjoy the dark side of the pond and really want to live there in the darkness for a while. And I feel like that's what's been going on here, is kind of some self, beating, like, the monks did with those little whip thingies, beating their backs and beating themselves up, while at the same time trying to find out what's going on, with them. Because I feel like, with them here, because I was like, well, are they, what are they doing? And we have the world, which is an ending of an old cycle. We have the chariot, which is movement forward. And so I don't feel like they are, in that stalking kind of, energy of, I feel like they're moving on, um, through this process of how they're processing things here. And then also, with the judgment card and the magician as well, double endings, double new beginnings. Magician is the the new beginning type of card too, of energy coming in. So it was validated with these other two sets of cards here that they are moving on and that they're not. I feel like they might have been inquiring and trying to, how like when you're feeling bad about yourself, you just really want to watch a sad movie and, um, you know, take that knife that you feels in your heart and just push it even deeper because you just want to get to the pain. At least that's what they were doing. Maybe not everyone does that. I know I used to. When I was sad, I go, I want to just bounce myself against rock bottom so I bounce back up. So if I felt down, I'm just going to watch my saddest movie that makes me cry, and I'm going to watch it. And I feel like that's maybe what they were doing, a bit. Yeah. Yeah. So, but I don't feel like they're spying or, that type of thing. I feel like they were just looking at your life and wondering, why did that happen to me? And when they feel down about themselves in that dark side of the pond, that's when they want to, have reminders of what they don't have and the bad things so that they can just feel that, but I don't feel it's like they want to get back together or that they're wanting to harm or anything like that. Of course, tarot should never replace. If you feel like you're in danger of any way, then you contact the police and you let them know, right? You don't let tarot decide things for you. But this is the energy I feel is coming through, that they're just trying to process everything because they've had it happen over and over and over again, and they're trying to understand it. But if you ever feel unsafe and you feel like someone and you have proof that they're doing things, then definitely get law enforcement involved. And be safe. Be safe always. Trust your gut, trust your instinct, right? But that's what they have for you, Madeline. So thank you again so much for your donation. Hang in there. And, when we focus on our fears, we actually expand that. I've had people in the past ask me, how do I get people to stop kind of stalking me and coming in my life? And I'm like, well, how much energy are you investing in fearing that they're in your life and all this? And like, well, I think about it all the time, and I'm like, boom, boom, boom. When whatever we focus on, like if I fear something's going to come into my life, I draw it in with my power. If I feel something's going to leave my life, I repel it out of my life. I grow whatever I focus on. So when we stop focusing on, the things that we don't want in our life and start focusing on gratitude for what we do enjoy having in our life and what we do want to draw in, focusing on unconditional love and joy and laughter and peace, then that grows and that expands and this stuff shrinks because we're not giving it any more energy. And so that's something that can help out as well. All right. So much love to you, Madeline. You hang in there. Many blessings to you. All right. And we had left off with Elisa. All right, Elisa. All right. Yeah. So why is R afraid to disconnect from A? Well, we've got these queen cards here, and I feel like there's this you know, the queens have like this energy. They both have water in addition to ruling over air and the land here. And I just feel like, and I normally this is the Ace of Swords is about seeing things from a higher perspective, but I feel like they feel like they are a force to be reckoned with. I feel like these are all the different sides of them, and I feel like they're afraid of what they're capable of doing to them, like to their reputation in the outside world. To this is balancing heart and mind. Like they play mind games really good. They play emotional games really good, and they are stuck in it. And I see this here. I really feel, and I think I mentioned this in your last when you were asking about them before, because I feel like your spirit guides in them are going, okay, we've invested enough energy in these individuals, and now you don't have to anymore. You are um, ready to leave this behind because you've learned what you've needed to learn through this experience, right? And that you deserve different. You deserve something completely different, and I feel like it's time. I almost feel like that Ace of Swords is to cut ties. It's to cut communication. It's to cut any strings that you have with the situation because it's time. You've invested a lot of energy in them, and it's happened on purpose for a purpose for you, but you're ready for something new. You're ready to invest all the mental and emotional energy into something different for your life. And I feel like that's a side message that spirit is bringing in. Yeah. So that's what they have, Elisa. So many blessings to you. Hang in there. Much love to you. And we are continuing to move down the list here. You are very welcome, Madeline. All right, Clover, you are up next. So, what will happen in your love life this month? All right, let's take a look here. All right. Interesting. I know, right? I was like, what is this temperance about? Well, the temperance, of course, is all about patience and timing, things unfolding. And I know. Um, so this is like for love life this month, things are unfolding. The cup of temperance, it goes back and forth, and each time they pour it, it's transforming closer and closer from changing from like a base metal into gold, but it takes time. And we want to wait for the gold. We don't want to stop the middle and going, I don't know what this is, but I'm fine with it. And like, are you sure you're close to finding gold? And you're like, it's okay. This will do. Well, we don't want to do that, right? We don't want to take bread out of the oven early and bite into it and get a mouthful of dough. We want, bread that's baked all the way through. And this is what they're saying here. While you're waiting, while this is unfolding, we have movement that's happening. The knights all have movement. And the Knight of Swords is like the second fastest moving knight, but it's about movement of thought and belief and mindset. It is about how we're looking at relationships. What are they supposed to mean? What is love supposed to bring? Who am I supposed to be in love? Who are they? Blah, 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 right? We get a lot of all these rules and things around him. And you've been working on cutting them away because, when we have so many rules, we limit the universe and the creator going, no, this is who it has to be and how it has to be and all that. And they're like, well, that's going to take a while to have happen. So, 1,000 years on back order. You want to wait for that? And you're like, no, let me change some of the parameters of what I am expecting. And you know what? I trust you. It's building that trust in the creator in the spirit world that, I'm going to let go of all this other stuff and trust that I know you are going to bring the perfect person into my life in the perfect timing. And I trust that rather than me grabbing a hold of the wheel and taking us off road and hitting a tree. I'm going to let you drive, you know. And I feel like that's what's going on is you're releasing a lot and a lot more control over love life, allowing things to come in. And whenever there's a kind of a waiting card that comes in, I always, Spirit tells us that things go slow to give us time to work on our own heart and our own self love because we can't love others more than to the extent that we love ourselves, nor receive love from others more than to the extent we love ourselves. So when I love myself this much, no matter how much love I want to flood out, it's just going to trickle out to them. No matter how much love someone wants to give me, it's just going to trickle in. The more I expand my self love, you know, opening up to the higher realms, to that unconditional eternal love, and finding that's my foundation, the more the pipeline to the outside world, to the humans, also opens up and allows a greater amount. And that raises our love vibration up to match more of what we're looking for instead of, as we say, we do what we always did and we get what we always got. And we're like, no, thank you. It's worth the wait. And that is what I feel I have for you, Clover. So hang in there. I know. Many blessings and much love to you. All right. Anju Tiklakar, you are up next. And you are wanting to know anything about your significant one. Let's take a look here and see what does Spirit want to reveal. It's the scavenger hunt, right? All right. So you do have the Knight of Cups. So I like this. It's someone who is romantic, someone who does share their emotions. So not a real, totally cerebral person, on the mind. They like to share their hearts. They like to show romance. They like to share their love. And we have the Two of Wands here too. I feel like, this energy is that they understand a great lesson in life of wherever they focus their energy is what grows and expands. And so I feel like they've learned the hard way that when they focus on who someone's not being and not sharing their love and doing things like it just took relationships down, to where they blew up and ended. And I feel like they understand, if I want something to grow, I need to invest energy and grow it. It's just not going to just grow on its own. I feel like they understand relationships take two, and it takes both people working on it. Not like it's work, but that it takes attention from both to have it grow. You can't just leave it and expect it to grow. It does take investing your energy into it, which I like. And you have the Temperance card here, which is about patience. And I feel like this is more them, not so much because we're asking about the significant one. They're patient. They allow things to unfold. Again, I feel like they've learned a lot the hard way, but I feel like they're a patient individual. They romance. They understand the energy that it takes to invest in things, and they enjoy the journey. They enjoy the process. They're not trying to rush to get to the end result. They want to enjoy the journey together. So I like that. So that's what they have for you, Anju. Many blessings and much love to you. All right, let me see where we're at here. All right, Shirley, I believe you're up next. Shirley Mador, if I'm saying that correctly. You're a Libra by a few hours. Very good. I'm so glad that you're here as well. You want to ask, what are E's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards you? Let's take a look here. Thoughts, feelings, and intentions. All right. All right. Well, we've got the Magician card here, which is the divine masculine energy. It's about movement. It's about action. It's about, wanting to create and have, action and movement. passion, which more passion. We've got Leo energy here, which is this, you know, of course, abundant energy, bright energy, bringing brightness and celebration, right? So definitely two positive cards here. A lot of fire. So as far as like thoughts and feelings, I feel like they have a lot of, this is a lot of fire energy. So they have a lot of passion. I don't, you know, um, we're not going into this really huge in-depth reading here, but I don't see cups yet, like the emotions of "I love you and want to be with you forever." There is attraction. There's intention. This is like the master manifester. So this is all about intentions. They have intentions. They have attraction. That energy there, and you have the Eight of Pentacles too. So Eight of Pentacles is about movement in the outside world where things are about to move forward. They do want to move things forward with you. And at least, passionately. And, but I feel like with that Magician card, there's so many, them really being drawn to their sombrero here with all of those candles. There's so many intentions. They have passion, they have other things, but the Magician also has the Ace of Swords and the Pentacle, and it has the Ace of Cups. So there is emotion. It has like everything within them, and there's attraction, and there's brightness, and there's movement. So I feel like they do want to move things forward, and with that Eight of Pentacles, I feel like it's going to be soon that they do want to speed up things with you. So that's what I feel is coming through in those for you. So many blessings to you, Shirley. Much love to you. All right. And I think we are to Cheery. Ooh, yeah. Definitely so. Wow. Okay. So that is movement in the outside world too. I love it. All right. How exciting. All right. Cheery, you wanted some angel messages. Let's take a look here and see what your angels have here for you. Okay. All right. Well, we do have both the High Priestess and the Star here. And the High Priestess is this invitation to step back into the High Priestess temple and really connect with the spirit world. And the Star card here also represents connecting to your higher self. So I feel like, it's like, what are my angel messages? They're like, we want you to spend some time alone with us. They have this invitation to spend some alone time with them, because they do have things to show you and things to tell you here. Because you've got the Page of Pentacles, which is new opportunities opening up in the outside world. And it requires here with the Three of Pentacles for you to be the true, authentic you. And I feel like you have all these opportunities that are showing themselves here with the Seven of Cups. There's all this stuff that's going on around in your world. And in order to kind of navigate it, they're inviting you to step out of the storm, to step out of this emotional chaos that's going on around, all these decisions, all these choices to make. And they're having you draw inward and upward and spend some time with them. They're like, we want you to come in to the eye where it's peaceful and calm, where we're at. We have a ton of stuff that we'd like to tell you to help guide you through this, because it is a lot, and they understand it, and they're wanting you to really not make decisions that are what everyone else is wanting you to make, but really to step into here to be true to your authentic self and to what you're wanting deep in your heart. And they know that because they see it all and they feel it all, and they know that, and they're like just wanting to help you get to this place of peace, so that these decisions that you need to make are from your heart and not from fear and the mind telling you, well, this is what I should do. It's like, no, what do I want to do? What does my heart want? And they're wanting to do that. And so they really are asking you to come out with them, get away from everyone else and spend some time with them. So I like it, Cherry. That's that they have many blessings for you. Right, very good. All right, Sammy, you are up next. So hello. And your question is, why was Susie Carter trolling your YouTube channel? Who is this person? Uh-oh. All right, let's see what we got here. All right. So why they were trolling your YouTube, the Eight of Wands is very passionate, have very passionate feelings. I feel like they were just sparked in their day, in their life, and they just happened to um, come across your channel at the perfect time to vent. And so I don't feel like this has a lot to do specifically with, like with you. It's not like it's a personal vendetta, against you. I just feel like they are just at this place where they had a lot of fear, a lot of stuff happening, and you just opened the door at the wrong time when the monkey was throwing the poo and you got hit by it, right? Because I feel like, everything always happens on purpose, for us, for a purpose, right? Even when we can't see it, it's like, okay, what is being brought up through this for you? When we get attacked or we get, these things that people say, what does it do? And I feel like it's allowing you to see some things around, especially like with your YouTube channel. It's like Three of Wands. Do I need to go a different direction? Is it really what I want? I don't know. Is it really what I want? I'm not sure. And you have the nine of Wands here, which kind of takes you into your energy and feeling like suddenly you feel like this energetic block, that this force field that comes up that challenges you. And I feel like the reason why it's happening, or happened or happening to you, is to make you really realize, this is what I really want to do, or isn't it? When we're challenged, that's when we find out if it's something we are doing because we feel we're supposed to, or it's because it's what we want to do and it's our passion. And it helps us really do that, right? It's like if you're holding on to something and someone tries to take it out of your hand, if you don't care about it, you're like, oh, bye, you let it go. But if someone's trying to take it from you, you realize, wait a minute, this is really what I want, and you want to battle for it, right? And so I like that this is what is happening for you, because I feel like it's an important time for you to realize your why. And this challenger was a ninja that you wanted to, that you hired before you came down here, to do this, to really allow you to question it and to move forward. So you realize, okay, I don't have to defend myself. If someone like is trolling a channel, one of the most powerful things is to restrict or block or mute. It's wonderful. It's like, I don't have to defend myself to anybody, and I don't have to accept invitations for battles. I'm like, no, thank you. You don't want to, what was it like in grade school? I want you to meet me out in the bleachers, and I'm going to beat you up. And you're like, no, thank you. what? You know, bye. You don't have to respond, right? So I feel like this is what's happening here for you. And it's just this, everything's on purpose for a purpose. And so we can switch from moving from why is this happening to me to, okay, why did I want this to happen for me? And it allows you to go, okay, I see now. So I like it. So that's what they have for you, Sammy. Um, it's the big picture. Who knows? Like they told you that this person's just in fear, and when the human goes into fear, we do stupid, unintelligent, unloving, uncompassionate things. And so when someone's doing those things, they're in fear. And that's what's happening. All right, Sammy, many blessings. Much love to you. You're very welcome, Lovey. All right. Love and light to you, Deb. All right. So we are to Jennifer Simpson. And you want to know, will you come up with more finances than expected for what you're planning this month? All right. Let's take a look here. I feel like you're going to have enough, the peace of mind and 10 of cups, which is emotions. You have emotion overflowing here, but it's like peace of mind. You have enough for what you have planning here, because this is about letting go of expectations and, seeing things from a higher perspective. And so I guess when you have expected more finances than expected, this is like letting all expectations go, enjoying the moment, focusing on gratitude, having this overflowing feeling with it. It's a stable, peaceful peace of mind. Put your mind to rest and let the expectations go. I feel this message that's coming in here. I don't see, we didn't get pentacles and all this unfolding here. So I feel like there's a way of instead of focusing on what we don't have, it's like this change of energy of focusing on what you're grateful for, and allowing that to unfold. It's like, okay, you know what, I'm going to have enough for what is meant for me. And if I want all this stuff and I go, do I really want all that? It's almost like the Four of Swords is also cutting away some fears of losing conditional love, some of the expectations, the supposed tos, the shoulds, the need tos, the have tos. That frees things up and it allows you to enjoy it more than, stressing about it. It's like, and I know it's like even going live on YouTube, it's like, oh my God, the first time, is it going to be right? Am I going to do it right? And blah, 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 da, 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 da. And I'm like, you know what? It's going to be what it's going to be. Enjoy it rather than freak out about it. Having all my list, it has to go this way to be successful. Instead, it's like, just be you. Enjoy it. Go with the flow. Yeah, well, you can ask another question there. If you want to ask it more specifically, please go ahead. I will get to it, though. I'm going to continue down the list. I don't think there's many left here. Hey, Krishna Dewani. You want to know, is September not well? It's something serious that he doesn't want to tell you. Okay, let's take a look here. See what Spirit wants you to know. Well, you got two number fours, which fours are stability, and this is stability in the outside world and emotional stability. But there's also this realization here. Both of these, like the Four of Pentacles, is a kind of like a journey that we go through where we're realizing the outside world really doesn't bring me what is satisfying me. And same thing with the Four of Cups. It usually has the three cups on the ground where they're looking at them bored, where both of these they're in this process of realizing that relationships and situations and things of the outside world are unstable. And when we define ourselves by those things, we feel unstable when we define our worth by those things. And so I feel like this is what they're in the process of really realizing nothing just feels like it's filling me up. I don't know what I'm going to do. It's like we get into this desperation place where we're so hungry and so thirsty because the outside world isn't bringing us what will quench our thirst and make us feel full. But that's the beautiful, wonderful time of our life. I know it doesn't sound like it, but it's when we wake up and we realize we're turned inward and upward to that unconditional, eternal love from above, which is what quenches our thirst, makes us feel full, and it transforms the whole outside world. That's where all that stability will come into. But I feel like this is what they're going through right now. And that's why it feels like, are they well? And I feel like they probably appear that they're not, because they're just so desperate about don't feel like they're being fulfilled in the outside world. And so they're being turned inward into their heart. So that's what I feel is going on with them right now, Krishna, Dewani. So hang in there. Only thing you can really do for someone when they're going through that is send them unconditional love, because they need to do that journey, within, and you can't go within with them. You can just send unconditional love to help them with that journey. So that's what they have for you. Many blessings and much love to you. We'll send a lot of love to them as well, to Satchinder. All right. Just make sure I'm not skipping anyone here. All right. So Jennifer, so more specific, the rental you're manifesting is a certain amount for 7 days. Okay. I get you. Sorry, let me get these cards back in order here. They kind of flew out. Let me just reshuffle these. Wow. So you got all this fire and movement energy here that's coming in here. Knight of Wands, fastest moving, Chariot, movement, and the King of Wands. And I really feel like it's this, whatever we focus our energy is definitely what grows and expands here. But I feel like with the Knight of Wands and the Chariot, that that it's this is all about manifesting. But I feel like this energy, so much fire energy and power of choice energy that's here. And I see now what they're doing in my head, because they're going back and forth between it, and I'm going, well, are they or aren't they? And they're like, well, it's the power of choice. All of these, the Knight of Wands and the King of Wands, they both have the Ace of Wands here, which whatever we focus on is what grows and expands. And the Chariot card tells us that in each moment, we get to choose what story we put to everything, what emotion we want to feel as we go through it, and where we invest our energy. So all this energy and choice, that if you focus on what you're grateful for and what you do want to have come in, and focus on joy and celebration and unconditional love and peace, all that grows and that expands. And that's what brings in the perfect, experience and the perfect amount of days, right? When we focus on what we fear and what we won't have and different things, then that of course our energy grows and expands that. So I almost feel like they say it's within your power to do so. Yeah, perfect. Yeah. So I feel like it's in the power to do so. I like the peace of mind though, because that is letting go of, expectations. The small teacher is letting go of the fears and focusing in on what you are grateful for. So I like it. Very powerful energies coming in here. So I'm glad you clarified there. Absolutely. All right. So I do want to thank everybody for all the thumbs up that you've given the video. It does help the channel grow, and it does help spread the Zen love. So thank you for being part of the love tsunami. If you're not aware, I do have a drawing every Monday where I give away a free personal recorded reading. This Monday, here's the video for that. It is for a 1 hour personal recorded reading, and I also mention some monthly giveaway news in that video if you want to check it out. Also, Spring, formerly known as Teespring, sent an email out to all the designers saying that they're giving 25% off. And that's on their end. And so if you're interested in doing any of that, you can check out that link there. Will take you to my merch page if you're interested in any of that. And then if you haven't checked out the Libra full moon alert, pick a card. That does tell you where you can use balance in your relationships and how to use the most of that Libra full moon energy that will impact us probably for about a week. And then if you haven't checked out the April monthly readings yet, here is the playlist for that, listed by each individual zodiac sign. And the wonderful thing about the zodiac is like all the different planets are different windows. You look out into different areas of your life, like, your moon sign is your emotions, and Venus is your love and how you relate to, feminine energy. Moon is also mother, in dealing with mother energy. Mars is dealing with masculine energy and people know authority. It gives us different things. And so if you know those, check out the different readings for the different signs, because it can give you a picture of what's going on around the house that's you in your life, right? So that is what they have there for you. Hey, Rose. So I will be back both Saturday and Sunday at 11 a.m. Mountain Time in the morning and 7 p.m. Mountain Time in the evening. So I shall return. And until I see you guys again, I'm going to go ahead and close this one down. Just know that every second of every day that you are unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things. Of course, I love you guys too. So until I see you guys again, have a great rest of your night, a great rest of your day, wherever you're at in the world. We'll see you soon. Until then, much love to you, and you guys take care. We'll see you.